Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the final round of the British Series 2022. I know you're sat at home watching this live stream thinking, where's time gone? That's gone really fast, and it definitely has. And what we're going to do this evening, we've got about 20 minutes of live stream to come you through, so don't worry about missing EastEnders or Coronation Street. We'll be finished before then. So what we're going to do, we're going to pose a few questions to some of the drivers that are up there and challenging for the titles, or really trying to finish in that big top four position and take trophies. We're going to start with the men's Class 1 TBR Race Engines, our sponsors, and we've lined them up in order of where they are at the moment, and we're going to go first to Typhy 4, John Jones, who matching his car number is fourth. John, just give us a view of how you feel your season's gone.
Yeah, it's been going well, thanks to Tom. Tom's the main mechanic, and hopefully we'll finish on a high.
So what you're trying to say is you're a bit of an arrive and drive man, are you?
Yeah, a little bit. Aye.
So what's your thoughts about this track? It's a quick track. Are you going to try and move up from fourth? Do you think you've got a chance to elevate yourself up a bit more?
Hopefully, go for the win in it. Yeah. That's the plan.
Well, good luck, John. Brilliant stuff. If you just, we're going to move along the line, and we're going to go to Evesham 82, and it is Tom Powell. Tom running third, and they talk about power to weight ratio, and this man there looks like you're going to be fast this weekend. What's your plan?
I don't know, I think that's just because I've got less layers on, to be honest, in these boys. But our plan is to try and snatch it off Connor. He's been going well all year. Very consistent guy, great driver in Class 1, and do the best, see what we can do. I think he's got a 50-point deficit, but there's nothing between the rest of us. So it's, yeah, it's all focused on this man, really, and see what he does. Good.
Now, you've raced this track before?
Yes, I have, yeah. I won the BAStv round here last year. So try and...
You see that, ladies and gentlemen, just sneak that in there just before we get to Connor. I won the BAStv here last year.
The mind games have started, but no, just give it everything and see what we can do.
I think anyone who finishes in the top four after a tough BAStv season deserves credit. So good luck this weekend, and yeah, wish you well.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
So now we move over to Typhy 16, Connor Griffiths, who's top of the shop, leading it. Let's have a look how many points. Is it by 19, I think, 19 points?
Something like that. I don't keep track of it.
And what's your plan for this weekend? Have you got any tactics? What's your favourite grid position on this track?
Grid one's normally pretty quick here. Just get out the gate, get going, win races.
Have you set the car up any different for this track?
No, same old setup. I just let them think I changed it.
So if you win this weekend and you get that coveted first place and take that BAStv title, how many big titles are under your belt now?
3 BAStv and 3 nationals then.
That's greedy in my book. But guys, well done. Brilliant season thus far, and I wish you well for tomorrow. Okay, thanks very much, guys. So that was our Class 1 boys being quizzed a little bit for this final BAStv round down here at Border Counties. And looking at the forecast for the weekend, it's going to stay dry, so it's going to be good, fast racing all weekend. I believe that we are now going to bring over one of our Irish boys there, and it is the Mallow 247, and it is Keith Kelly. Hello, Keith, how are you?
Well, good, how are you?
Yeah, good, thank you very much. When did you get across from over the water?
I came yesterday morning, quite quick travelling this time, earlier than I usually get over here.
Oh, nice. Why is that? Is that because you want to prepare yourself for that final push to take the title?
No, I want to relax, have a nice day of relaxing, taking in all the beautiful countryside over here and to get ready for the weekend.
I think when someone is as chilled as Keith is coming into a final BAStv round, I think it's been a great season, and hopefully, if you always need a bit of good luck and good fortune, don't you, in Autograss?
Yeah, definitely. Unless you've luck, you've nothing in here. I've been chasing it for years. I've had a great year. Couldn't ask for any better. I want the BAStv title, but I'm going to work hard for it this year now.
Brilliant. And I think just looking down on, you've got about 38 points lead coming into this weekend. I'll tell you what, we've all seen BAS rounds and these final BAS rounds, everyone really wants to get that coveted title position. But you are there. You've got 38 points under your belt. And again, it's a quick track, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to suit my car down to the ground, I think. Well, hopefully, fingers crossed. But we're going to push hard, try get it, and go big or go home.
What kind of results did you get here last time you raced?
The last time I got 2 wins and a second into the final, and got a bit of damage up in the top corner, and kill switch came off, and it came 7th overall. But now I'm confident.
I think if you could bag that 2 wins and a second now before we get to Sunday finals, you'd be happy with that.
We're going for nationals again. Try clear the board again. 4 wins across the board. Hopefully we can do it.
Brilliant.
It's what it is now. But
and the good thing about being live streamed on BAStv is that I'm sure you've got a whole contingent at home that are cheering you on, sat on their sofas and drinking tea. Nothing stronger than that, by the way, ladies and gentlemen.
I said they're sitting at home hoping I don't do any more damage, because we've had some serious damage this year. Engines, everything. But the team we have behind us is just amazing. Get the car back out. I've seen the car come in on the forklift and thinking this car's not going back out, and 10 minutes later it's ready to go, better than it was before winning the races. And the team behind me is the team that's making that, not just me driving it, and that's what's pushing it forward.
Yeah, brilliant. And Keith, I think those sentiments are from pretty much every driver out. Are you going to take it steady and ease off the pedal and just have a trundle round, or are you going hard at it again?
Definitely not. I'm going to go for it. I still want to win tomorrow at all my races as best as I can. I'll do my best this weekend, but yeah, I will still be putting my foot down. Don't worry about that.
Well, a big. I think there's only a couple of drivers that coming into this weekend that have already secured their British title. Julie is one of them, and well deserved. So good luck over the weekend, and keep up this good form.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
So there we go. We are moving down into out of the 7s, and we are going out into Class 8. And we're going to bring over some more people that have been collecting many titles over the years. Huh? Yeah, no. So we go in Class 9, and it is Phil Cooper and Phil Rogers. So you guys want to make your way across. It's I blame it on the sunlight and someone scribbling on the paperwork. So well, where are we going then? It's 40 points difference. So what's the plan the weekend then?
No plan, just go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've driven this track before. It's fast. What's your best race line on this track?
Oh, you know, we came here a month ago, had a bit of a dust up then, didn't we? So we'll just have to see how it goes. Isn't it? It's going to go right down to the wire. So just hope we can decide it on the track, and can't beat it, can you?
I think that when you look at open wheel special classes and the 9s and the level of competition that's in there, I mean, I shut my eyes when you guys get off the line and go into that first corner. Do you actually shut your eyes and hope for the best?
No, I don't think we've been doing it a bit long for that now. No, it's good, isn't it? It's good that it's gone all the way to the end, and just hope we can just enjoy and go home on Sunday night, isn't it?
I think that's the exciting thing about coming into the final round, by the way, when everyone's still fighting for the title. It really does bring some extra spice into it. And I say, when you're looking at some of the other classes, you know, 40 points can be eroded quite quickly. It could be a flag, it could be a mechanical problem, you know. Again, your kind of results you're looking for, I suppose you want a clean sweep through the weekend. That's what you're heading for, isn't it, Phil?
Well, I think if you look at it with the drop scores and that, it's going to be a one meeting shootout. You put the drop scores in, there's 3 or 4 points between us, is there? Yeah. Which is a difference between a first or a second. So there's not going to be any 40 points to talk about. It'll be whoever outscores each other during the weekend. That's it. You know, we've both been here quite a few times before, and it's you know, business as usual.
I think that is summed up by saying seasoned campaigners. What's your best double-up round at the moment?
I've had a maximum. I think you're a bit short of a maximum here. Yeah. So it's literally there's going to be no nonsense this weekend. It'll be whoever scores the most points out of the both of us is going to walk away with it. So, you know, we've both been lucky enough to be here a long time. We've done it many times before, so we both know what it's about.
Yeah, good. So switching over to Phil Cooper. Phil, I mean, I remember doing one of these, a Yorkshire Dales Bass Round 5. I don't know if you remember, a number of years ago. And then someone put some voiceover music on it. Can you remember?
Yeah, I remember it, yeah.
It was, and again, I think that was finishing off another brilliant season for you. You're coming into this weekend and you've got the opportunity again to add another title to you, as we've just been listening to. You've got some real strong competition. You know, what's your thoughts about coming into this weekend?
It's good racing, Phil. Before I started racing, I used to watch him, and you know, it's good to be able to race him now the way we do. He's dirty, like, you know, you got to keep an eye on him, but he's good.
Yeah, and again, we're talking earlier about you know, some of kind of decisions, flags, you know, and we say about good luck and good fortune. I mean, it's created some debate this season. You know, at the speed your cars go, by the way, and with not much room to manoeuvre, it can be hard at times to take some flags, isn't it?
Yeah, I've had a few. The marshals have got a hard job to do, haven't they? It's one of them. If you're in the wrong, you get a flag. So I can't do this anymore, and it kind of that's me again Sunday.
Yeah, I know, and do you know what? I think it is a real tough gig. You know, in that out on the marshals there, it's that fast. You know, I'm not sure how someone can really make a real inform that, and even when it's switched through the camera room as well, that can be challenging as well. There's always, you know, I listen on the radio, and there's always sometimes someone else has got a different opinion. So, but this weekend, fast track. I asked the question earlier. I mean, what kind of speed do you think you guys are going to carry this weekend?
More than anywhere else in the country, it is the fastest track. You're going to be towards, I don't know, 90, 95 mile an hour, maybe somewhere around there. You know, it is a quick track. It's good to drive. There's plenty of lines. You know, if you get behind, it's not out of it. So hopefully it'll be a good weekend. And
I mean, I don't want to give you any of your trade secrets away, guys, but obviously you've set the cars up to suit the track this weekend.
Yeah, to be fair, we were here 3 or 4 weeks ago, and both doing what we do, and yeah, we're nearly there.
Good. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm looking forward to you guys battling it out this weekend. Keep it clean, keep it mean.
Marshals need to keep an eye on him, that's all I'm saying.
You heard it first. So, guys, thank you very much. We wish you well this weekend, and in a couple of sleeps' time, we'll know who is going to be that Class 9 Bass champion. So that's brilliant, brilliant stuff. So. We move it across here. It looks like a line-up from police headquarters here, isn't it? You know, which one was it? So we're moving into Class 8 machinery, and I suppose Class 8 is, I think 106 was the last time I saw numbers that had signed up to race Bass. That's without arrive and drive drivers that have come to take on some of the top class boys. We'll start Dan McKenzie looking all very nice and dapper in your DM racing caps. Yeah, I have, yes, as well. I haven't got one of these jackets yet, by the way. So coming into this weekend, what are your thoughts about what your plans are?
I've got a lot to do, really, if we're going to win it, but I think a realistic goal is to finish in the top 4, and yeah, that's what we want to do, really.
So you're top 4. You're in that position at the moment. I think the gap between first and fourth is only separated by about 61 points. Yeah, no, it's 61 points. So when you kind of look at that, I suppose it is going to be quite tight and interesting. You know, I'm going to talk to the man next who is going to look to make a statement this weekend. But I mean, just switching back to earlier in the season. I just want to kind of gauge your thoughts about winning that BASS round after, was it 9 years of absence?
Yeah, it's quite a big drought really, and it was, yeah, it felt very nice. You know, it's nice to get that monkey off my back really. So yeah, it's just quite special. Like North Shropshire is quite close to home, so if I could have picked one, it would have been that one to win, to be honest. So yeah, good.
Was that then track knowledge that helped with that, or was it just something that weekend everything just clicked?
A little bit of both. I do a lot of the club meetings. They don't have many, but I do a lot of club meetings at North Shropshire. But actually had a terrible first heat, and then from there the weekend got obviously quite good. But I like it there. It's good. You know, it's a good track. It's quite. It probably suits me really. It's quite fast, but also a little, you've got to pick lines and stuff. So yeah, it's quite a special weekend really.
Well, if you can replicate that, then who knows where these top four positions are going to end. But the man who's kind of sat there at the top of the shop at the moment, it's IK356, Mitch Wells. So, Mitch, good evening to you. I see you're donning the Ray-Bans as well. Mine are from the Nationals, by the way, cheap and cheerful, but... Hey, they're hide the nerves. There's a couple of questions that I do want to kind of ask, but I think the main one is, I think coming into this final BASS round with that the lead, and you've got those points already in the bag, does that add any more pressure to you this weekend?
A little bit. I think we're coming in with a comfortable lead. We just need to be sensible this weekend, really. Nothing stupid.
I think we've seen your car. It's quick, it's fast. Like a lot of these races, but it's about if you can get it off that line and get your nose turning into turn one and out of any trouble behind. You seem to have a knack to do that. And again, with the speed this track's going to carry this weekend, your car set up any differently?
A little bit. We came to Border Counties 3-day a couple of weeks back and struggled on the Saturday, but we was good on the Sunday, so just left the car as it was from then because we was happy with it, and hopefully that'll be good enough for this weekend.
I know and this is one of me, an off-ball question, by the way. This is your car, by the way. Every time it comes out on track, it looks like it's come out of a showroom. And I'd like you to pass on some of those tips to my lad, by the way. But so, have you got a team of cleaners in the pits that as soon as you come back in, they're on your car for you, or is this all your own work?
No, it's definitely not all my own work. Dad's pretty good at cleaning. Mum's on the goggles and the helmet just to make it good for the next race. Always try and make the car nice and tidy, and spectators don't come to see dirty cars. So if we can make it look as good as we can for the next heat, we will.
Brilliant. For those that have raced down at Invicta Kent, down at Romney Marsh track, it used to be a favourite place for us to go and finish off the BASS round. I know a lot of tracks have kind of lost a little bit of surrounding ground, which has prevented the big meets. I was down there last season, took Callum down there, and I'd just like to extend some thanks about what the racing community does. We had a little bit of bad fortune down there, but your family and others rallied round and got Callum back out on the track, and that's what it's all about. I think that spirit in that, and I know you guys will take that to the track this weekend. You'll race it hard, you'll race it fair, and at the end of the day, as I say, I've just said that to Andy Holtby as well. A couple of sleeps and we'll know who's going to be the Class 8 British champion for 2022. Wish you well, guys, and good luck.
Thank you very much.
So there we go, Class 8, so open wheel specials, probably fast, frantic, and as we know, if those guys come together, these cars can fly through the air. With fingers crossed, we're not going to have any of that this weekend. So I think this might be. Have we got? I think maybe. I know with no. I'm just looking around because the sunlight is fading, but we are all still wearing in sunglasses. So I'm just going to switch my paper as we go over there. So Scunthorpe 52, Josie Tompkinson. So first, so there you go. That takes some doing in ladies class 8 as well. You've got lots of competition, but you've got a 96-point lead.
Oh, that's news to me, so that's not too bad, I suppose. Hopefully a good round this weekend, and we can hopefully do it for the first time.
I think there'd be a lot of people that would want to have that in their pocket as well. 96 points, but do you know what? That's all from that work you've put in over 4 rounds, by the way.
Yeah, definitely. I think with the Bass, it's mainly consistency, and hopefully we can keep that up this weekend.
I know that your mum and dad will be cheering you on, and again, I know as having the lads that have gone through racing, how emotional and how proud you can be. So there might be a few tears if you bring it home.
Yeah, I can't cope with that. Hopefully a good few beers on Sunday night, that'll make up for it, and hopefully a good Bass dinner.
Yeah, that'll be good. Obviously, I'll probably just take the moment to say a special mention to gorgeous George as well. So granddaughter by the side. So we wish George well. How's George at the moment?
Yeah, he's good. Making everybody laugh as he always has, and having the joke and just being general granddad, really.
Yeah, so looking at 8 again, we were looking down at the nationals. We've said this about many of the classes. If you've got a little bit of luck on your side, things can happen for you. Nationals. What's your views about that?
Yeah, it was a good meeting. I mean, we would have hoped for better results, 2nd, 3rd and 4th now. So hopefully we can win the Bass, and yeah, it'll be good.
I know. I think she's watching live stream, but I know Vicky Appleton, who you've had many a good battle with in Scarborough 3, down at the Nationals. We honestly thought that she was going to take that national title, but unfortunately, Alice had that incident going into the fence. Thankfully, she's fine and okay. And then the rerun, it's all a switching of places. But
yeah, I was thankful for the rerun, and obviously thankful that Alice was okay. It was a bad accident, and it sort of reminisces of the fact of what can happen in the sport. But we're all fortunate, and we're all going again this weekend.
I am, and again, we wish you well. 96 points and 2 sleeps, and we'll know whether or not you're going to be taking that Bass title in ladies class 8s back up to Yorkshire, into Leeds, and hopefully it will come your way and be your first British title.
Fingers crossed. If not, it's ka-chow all the way.
Lovely. So there's Josie for you, and we are now going to switch it over into Carmarthen 47. So there we go. You're dressed for the occasion. You've now got a warm jacket on. I'm still in my t-shirt, and I'm braving the weather conditions down here in Wales.
We're not in Wales now, are we?
Well, we must be. It's taken me 5 hours to get from Yorkshire.
No, we're not in Wales. We're in England, but the weather feels like Wales at the moment. That's why I'm so used to it.
So, Nicola, just talk us through your season.
Well, I think I've been consistent. I haven't had many firsts, sort of been in the top 3 or whatever. Been lucky. I was lucky in Stroud. Unfortunately, Hannah Johnson and Leanne Hushka picked up some damage through the men's racing. So that's where I was able to pick up the most points, really, and I doubled my score.
And what's your top double score at the moment?
I think it's the maximum.
Oh, so you've done the 220, which that takes some doing that, by the way. What's your thoughts for this track this weekend?
It's a tricky track. I think this is the third race meeting I've raced here now. The first one, I did not get on with it at all. I think I had 2 punctures in 2 races. The second time I raced here, I thought I'm just going to follow the leader, and I got around it in the end. But by the final, I think I was just, I think it's my age, and I was just like feeling every bump and everything, and I just didn't get on with the track. But this weekend, let's look forward, and hopefully it'll come my way.
I know, looking at the speed and some of the races that when we were here last time, they can get up to some scary speeds, really. But again, coming down that hill, I'm sure you might hear a bit of a woohooing from me over the microphone this weekend. Any difference? You're going to stay with in the class next season, or are you going to go dabbling somewhere else?
No, still stay in Class 6. Yeah, we've been there now since 2016. Previously in Class 4, so we've been there since 2016, and we're still developing the car, really. It's an Adam Golding car, and we've been developing it since, so yeah, we'll just carry on, I think.
So you've done the opposite Ben Gould switched over from the 6 into the 4, and he's staying with the 4. That's what we've been talking to him earlier about that. You've moved out the 4 into the 6s, and it looks like you've got the 6 bug. So we wish you well this weekend. Good luck and good fortune. And it's always nice to come down to this parts, because there's always a friendly welcome and a smile on the face, especially from you.
Oh, thank you. Diolch yn fawr.
Whatever that was, thank you as well. So we are getting towards the back end. I'm just switching my microphone from hands as I put the paperwork across. So we are moving. Yes, we are moving down into Jack Owens. So Jack, Junior Saloons, Typhy 5. Tell us what it means to be down here at BAStv Round 5, and what are your plans for the weekend?
Well, I don't know yet. Hopefully have a good few runs and try and, yeah.
So I know, Lou. I'm looking around. You've got some of your mates with you, looking onto you. Are they going to be a distraction to you this weekend?
Well, one of them's racing with me. Is he? Yeah. I don't know otherwise. No, that'll be all right.
Just let his tyres down. He won't know. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think from a racing point of view is that, I think putting the racing to one side, how many friends have you made in your racing since you started?
Yeah, well, loads and loads, because I only started I've done about a year, and I've made loads of friends. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think they, just ladies and gentlemen who are watching in at home, is that the age limit has been dropped down to 10. You started at 12, did you?
No, I was 13. Start of this year I started.
So only first season in at 13. Some are starting at 10. But one thing it does bring people out of their shell. You start to meet new people, the people you race with, and you'll make friendships for life. So that's good. So what's your points tally this weekend then? What are you aiming for?
Well, 3 wins would be nice, and see what happens in the final. But I don't know what I need to win it, but I'm not sure.
So who's your main competition coming into this weekend then?
Will Evans, TS7. Yeah, he's leading it at the moment.
And do you know how many points he's got in front of you?
No idea.
I don't know. I'm going to see whether or not I wrote it down. If I wrote it down, let's have a look here. I can't see because I haven't got my glasses. There we go. He's got a 61-point lead. So, to be fair, in juniors, you can eat that 61 points away, can't you?
Well, hopefully. Depends what points he gets this weekend. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think running second your first year in the BAS with all that competition as well. You've had a great year, haven't you? Who's built the car, or who's spanners on the car then?
Well, the guy who built it was Stephen Davis, and well, Dad does all the work for it, and well, I do as well. Yeah, both of us.
Do you get your dad to put his hand in the pocket then, do you? Hey, you got new tyres on this weekend?
Yeah, and wheels.
And wheels as well?
Well, yeah.
I tell you what, your dad's had a little tickle on the lottery, isn't he? Hey, new wheels and tyres. So, Jack, we wish you well, mate. You're running second. You've got 3 heats, possibly that final. And then at the end of the day, it'll be double up and drop your worst 4 scores. And then who knows? You could be there. But if not, after 1 year and doing what you've done, you've got a bright future. So well done.
Thank you very much.
So there we go. We're out of the junior saloons. And I think we are moving into our final one, and it is Simon Gently Bentley, who's hung up his boots from driving. Was that a tough decision?
Not really, no. Getting too old for the job.
I'm glad you said that, because I was going to say it. No, I wasn't really. But just give us your thoughts on seeing your lad Archie.
Yeah, I'm proud. Yeah, he's doing well. He's taking some teaching in some ways because he's very strong-headed. But yeah, it's good. It's good. It's more rewarding than driving it, I think.
Where does he get that strong-headedness from?
His mother. Definitely.
I must admit, looking at how he's taken to it, he's brilliant. Honest, it's been a pleasure to watch, and he is a young lad. Is he now 19? So he's reached the grand old age of 19. He drives it like he's been driving it for about 20 years myself.
Yeah, he's pretty good. He's been sort of driving things all his life, really. So he hadn't got a lot of choice. He'd got to be good.
So putting the Class 7 to one side, then what else are you looking forward to seeing this weekend?
Well, obviously it's Border Counties, so it's my club. I've always been around this club. So yeah, it's our chance to do a BAS round. It's great. We've got a hell of a venue here. A seriously good track. And it's BAS round 5. It's another year of BAS gone, isn't it? It's been a hell of a year. Support's really good. We just got to follow it up now next year with another good series.
Yeah, I think the British series, by the way, has been brilliant. I think some of the developments and how trying to move some of the sport along and the coverage, well, it's testament to what we're doing tonight. Really, we're live streaming over on BAStv. And there's people that aren't able to get to the racing, who've got either, like my dad, by the way, Billy Barker down in Bexhill-on-Sea. Hello, Billy. 81, still got his own teeth, looking for love, by the way, if anyone's out there. But he's not that mobile, but he's able to watch Callum race in the Class 8 from the comfort of his armchair at home. And I think it has just opened it and broadened it out, and I think it will continue.
Well, yeah, the whole argument about streaming, there's always an argument that you're taking people away from coming to the venues. But I think the bigger picture is we're showing it to people who've never seen the sport, people who don't come to the venue all the time. And the proof of how many people we've had watching, how many hits we've had on the YouTube afterwards, it is definitely a way of taking it forward. And as BAS, we try to do these innovative things and move the job forward. Somebody's got to do it, haven't they, in the sport?
No, and I think long may it continue. I must admit, I can't believe that we're at BAS round 5. It seems to have absolutely flown. I mean, I've loved every minute. They do say that the commentary team get the best seat in the house, and we probably do. We get to see all of that action, but. I think it must be quite proud when you hear some of the drivers there, recognising this as it is the fastest track in the country.
Yeah, it's a track. It's hard work to get it to something, but at the end of the 3-dayer, track was in a good state. I'm looking forward to it this weekend. It'll be good.
And just really to finish off, can I just say a big thank you to the Border Counties Club for hosting BASS Round 5. It's a lot of hard work and effort to put one of these meetings on. It's a team effort, so thank you to all of the Border Counties team, everyone behind the scenes. It's going to be a cracking 2 days of racing. The weather forecast, Simon, is?
Good, yeah, sunny tomorrow, bit cloudier on Sunday, but dry, that's the main thing.
That is what we like to hear, dry, and that's what we want to do. We've got some people behind the scene trying to get Simon to smile. There you go, look at that. He's got his pearly whites out to finish off. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching tonight, and we'll see you tomorrow bright and early for the start of the final round of the British Series. Thank you very much.